Let's make some yummy beef stew together because it's soup season. I start off by adding some oil into my meat, then some Worcestershire sauce, add in your seasonings to your liking. I added in some steak seasoning, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning. Then add in some flour. And once you have your flour in, you're gonna go ahead and give everything a good stir. I think I went back and I added in some more seasonings to my liking. Give everything a stir again. Now we're going to saute our seasoned meat. Make sure that your pan is nice and hot because you just want to get a nice sear on the meat. You're not cooking the meat, so have that pan nice and hot. And it's best to use it in the pot that you are going to be cooking the stew in, so that way the flavor builds up. Then after you're done searing, add in your onions. Once they sweat down, you can add in your celery, carrots. I had a tomato, so I added in that tomato as well, and some garlic. Some tomato paste once you let those vegetables saute. Then add in your red wine. Let that cook down for just a little bit, and then once it cooks down, go ahead and add your meat back. Then take some beef bone broth. Oh, this beef bone broth was so good. And I take equal parts bone broth, and then I use that same container to fill it up with water, so that way it's equal. Add in some potatoes. For the future, I would dice these potatoes in half, but you can put them in whole if you want. Give everything a stir and bring it up to a boil. Then once it's up to a boil, you are just going to give it a nice stir and then put the cover on and let it simmer for about an hour to 2 hours, however long. The longer that you cook it, the better the stew will be. Just make sure you turn that heat nice and low and allow it to simmer. And this is the finished product. I added mine with some rice, and when I tell you guys, this was so delicious. It was so good.